start with Sean Cunningham.
What's up, De'Aaron? How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you. What's just this past week or so been like for you since turning the ankle, and how are you feeling heading into maybe tomorrow's scrimmage? Luke mentioned that he'd like to kind of maybe see you in one of these next two scrimmages.
I mean, obviously it was a work. I say that first day was obviously the worst, and I felt pretty good since then. I've been able to get on the court. I was able to get up and down with the guys today, and I felt great. So
That's good. And then just following up a little bit, Luke mentioned the next two scrimmages. He obviously hopes to see you play in that first game. Any reason to think that might not be possible?
no, I would say no. I would definitely be ready for the first game.
And the scrimmages, do you think one of these next two?
I'll definitely be able to get in, at least one of them.
Cool.
James Ham.
Hey, De'Aaron, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. When you guys are getting some good news, I mean, you're back on the court. It looks like Rashawn is getting close, and then we find out Harrison Barnes is on his way to Orlando right now. Just how much does that lift give your team right now, just as you guys are in the home stretch before games start?
I think we're getting right at the right time. We have most of the guys. Obviously, Marvin's not playing, but other guys have to step up. And I think we've been doing that type of stuff all year. And it's probably the most guys we've had, ready for a long time. And I mean, we're confident and we're ready to go.
We're hearing that coming into sort of the build-up to this, that you really look like you're taking another leap in your production. What is that you're seeing that's different? What is it that you're feeling is different as far as your body as you're preparing for this?
I think the game is just continuing to slow down for myself. Obviously, I think I'm continuing to get stronger, shooting the ball better, and just seeing the game better in general. So I think I definitely attribute that to obviously experience plays a big part in it, and it's just I feel the game is slowing down both ways. Being able to score the ball, defend, and get guys involved.
Tony Harvey.
Hey, De'Aaron. You played in every type of basketball settings, probably from the driveway to the playgrounds to basketball facilities. Watching that scrimmage the other day, what was your observation of that? I know it's a different setting and all, but what was your thoughts on that?
One, it's weird, obviously, not having a big crowd, but there are still people there, so that is what it is. And then it's kind of like we're playing on like a stage. So when I was All-American in 2016, we actually had three-point contests, dunk contests, all the little challenges on an actual stage, like in a theater. So that's kind of the feel to it. And I think it's cool. I think the aesthetics are looking good. And for me, it's about getting out there and just being able to play against other guys.
And my last question, the way they have all the settings, the social distancing, was it kind of like a trial run to understand where you guys need to be and where you need to sit at all times?
Yeah. Honestly, I think with the social distancing and people sitting further apart, has people talking more. So it's, I think we had a lot of communication 2 nights ago on the bench.
Jason Jones.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's good, brother?
Not much. Just for looking ahead to next week, knowing you, there probably was no doubt that you were going to be ready for the Spurs, but just what do you think you have to do just to get yourself, back in that groove that you had before the ankle and having to sit out a few days?
For me, it's just being able to get in 5-on-5. There's nothing like a game setting, so you obviously try to emulate it as much as you can in practice so that you're ready for the game, man. For me, that's what it's really been about for me. We can play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, go through a workout, but it's not the same until, you have 5 guys, until you have 10 guys on the court, actually going at it. So getting that as much as possible is what, I was really looking forward to.
And what's it like the dialogue between you and the training staff as far as you wanting to get back out and how they're bringing you along? Are you I think Luke said on Tuesday they pushed you pretty hard. Is that a give and take situation, or are you telling them, no, I can go more, let me go more?
I try to let them know as much as possible, that, I'm either ready or, if I'm out there playing, I let them know if something, is hurting a little bit. But I think we have a good relationship. We're coming along real slow. And I told him, I feel like I'm ready. Obviously, I think I need one of the scrimmages to, see where I am as far as, an NBA game and being able to make adjustments before the Spurs game. So I think we did a pretty good job at, the last week or so of getting back ready for it.
Sabrina Merchant, Sacktown Royalty.
Hi, De'Aaron. Just curious, from that scrimmage on Wednesday, what really stood out to you from your teammates, like when you were watching?
Obviously, the way that we fall back in, they came out hot. We gave Duncan, a few open threes. That shouldn't have happened, but I think the defense ended up really tightening up after, the first 5 or so minutes. And the rest of the game, I think we looked pretty good defensively. Obviously, we still want to pick the pace up and play faster, but you get those kinks out after the first game.
Is that something you see yourself factoring into, getting the pace up, and is that how you fit back in?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to continue to, how they're playing defensively. I want to step in and, not miss a beat. And then offensively, being able to get stops on defense and pushing the ball, or even after a made basket, get the ball up and down the floor. Obviously, play fast, but poised. We don't want to ramp up our mistakes just because we're ramping up the pace.
Lastly, Jason Anderson.
Hey, Aaron, glad you're feeling better, bud.
Appreciate it.
Hey, how did it happen in practice? Was it, did you roll it, step on somebody's foot? How did it play out?
I actually just rolled it. I was planning new shoes that haven't come out yet, and it was like I was actually standing by myself, and I came to a stop, and I was about to make a pass, and it kind of just rolled a little bit. Like, it didn't roll all the way. It was kind of like a tweak, and it was the ankle that I tweaked earlier in the year, so it probably hurt a lot for the first day.
Okay. Was there some initial concern on your part that maybe it was worse than it ended up being?
A little bit, but after like the first couple hours, I felt a lot better. So I knew I'd be able to be back, within the week.
Okay. Are you picking it? Lastly, just watching the bubble, the environment, the communication, just what you've observed so far. Do you pick up anything that you think is important or key that you want to communicate to your guys that you guys need to do while you're there?
As far as social injustice, there are things that are being talked about behind closed doors.
You know what I meant on court, but honestly,
on court.
More important.
On court, I think we're just trying to pick up where we left off. And, I think we were playing at a high level, after the All-Star break, and as far as practice, when we're making those mistakes, we're running forward. Just because, we're trying to engrave that back into us. We're trying to instill that back into us the way that we were playing, the last couple games. But that was months ago. So obviously it's hard to just pick back up where you left off. But we're trying to do that as best as we can.